welcome. I'm Anthony Ford with PaintBiz King, and I'm here to continue my video series, my new video series, Introduction to Social Media Content Marketing for painting business owners, painting contractors, painters, right? How can you start using content marketing via social media to benefit your business? Okay, that's the big thing that we're talking about. Now, video 1 I just recently completed, and before you continue with this video, I would like you to watch video 1. And what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to insert it right up here somewhere while you're watching this on whatever platform you're watching this on. I'm going to try to put a link right here to video 1, or, a little pop-up where you can click. Pause this right now, okay? And do yourself a favor and go watch video 1. All right? I'm going to adjust this just a little bit. Okay. So, one thing that we talked about, I'm going to quickly go over what we talked about in video 1. We're not going to go deeply into it, but one of the things that I wish that I had done when I first started marketing on social media, pushing out content on social media, one of the first things that I wish, the regrets that I have, is that I did not start capturing my audience's data. If today I had everybody's data, their email addresses, their phone numbers, their addresses, if I had that data on everybody that at least scheduled a quote with my company over the past decade, I would be so much further ahead of the game. And so that's why in this series, the very first thing that we're going to do is we're going to get you set up to where you capture that data. You have a base where you can capture that data before you even start marketing. Or if you already are marketing, start capturing it now. And so video 1 was me asking you to download a few things, download a few applications, so that we can get you that base, that foundation, that every time you interact with a customer and they schedule a quotation with you, we capture everything about that customer. So in video 1, we talked about, we said, hey, this darn mic. We said, hey, figure out who your target audience is. Who is it that you want to market to, right? Pick a marketing platform. So pick a social media platform, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, pick one, okay? I suggested Facebook. And then I asked you guys, I want you guys to download a couple applications, and I told you that we would tie them together in this video here. The first thing that I asked you guys to download or to sign up for would be a scheduling service, okay? And these are online applications, and what they are is where people can go, you can send them there via link, and they sign up for a quote with your company, okay? That service then kicks out all the customer's information to you and schedules it automatically in your calendar. So a scheduling service. The second thing I told you guys, I wanted you to download or sign up for a service called Zapper. It's an automation tool, okay? And then in that video, I told you guys that in this video, we were going to talk about another service that you guys should sign up for, right? So what we're going to do now is we're going to talk about that. Okay. Hopefully you guys picked out a scheduling service. Hopefully you guys went and looked at Zapper. We're going to go over them here real quickly. But those two things are going to kick our customers' information into something called a CRM, a customer relation management software. What this does is it captures everything from that scheduling service I told you to sign up for. It takes all that information and stores it, the email, the address, the phone number, and it stores every single contact that schedules a quote with you. Okay, we have to get it there. We have to transfer it there. But think of it as a hard drive, an online hard drive of all of your customers' information. And what we're going to do is we're going to make it to where anybody that signs up for a quote with you via any of your social media marketing efforts, okay? If somehow you kick them to that scheduling link through a post, whatever, they sign up for a quote, we're going to make it to where as soon as they sign up, that information is kicked from that scheduling software right into your customer relationship management software, into your little hard drive, okay? Your little online hard drive of customers, okay? So let's go in. All this might be a little bit confusing to you guys right now. I'm going to tie this together for you guys, okay? I know it's confusing, but give me a second and I'll tie it together, all right? We're going to switch scenes here real quick. Boom, there we go. Let's go ahead and open up. Get rid of that real quick. I'm going to show you guys real quickly okay. This is a Pointlet. Okay. This is a service that you guys can go to. All right. And you can sign up for their service where, let's say you put out a Facebook post. Okay. And in that Facebook post, you're asking people to sign up for a quote. You know, whether it's a picture, whether it's a video, whatever. In that post, you're going to drive them to your website. On your website, there's going to be a link that says schedule a quote, right? Or you can drive them directly from the post itself, okay? You can drive them to your account here at a Pointlet. They sign up for a free quote, okay? This is something that's very, very important that you do, because it's very, very hard for you once you start getting busy dealing with painting projects, dealing with subcontractors, dealing with all the things that you have to do on a daily basis. It is hard for you to sit there and jot down appointments, manually jot down appointments, and then manually put them into a calendar. It's extremely hard, and you forget. You jot things down and you forget, oh, where did I write that down at, blah, blah, blah. This eliminates all of that, okay? Someone calls you and says, hey, yeah, I would like to get a quote. You say, okay, hey, listen, you got a pen, piece of paper? Here's my website. Here's my website information. go to the website real quick and click on the Get Free Quote button. When they click on that, or you give them the link directly, because when you sign up for this, it'll give you a link directly to where you can drive customers right to your scheduling page and they can schedule. So either way, okay? But you tell the customer that, and they drive right here and schedule, okay? You don't have to write it down. You don't have to remember later in the day to write it in your calendar. That was my biggest thing. I would take phone calls from customers, and then I would be so busy doing something that I'd be like, oh, I'll put it in my calendar later, and I would totally forget. And they would call me on the day of their appointment, and I would remember that I talked to them, and I'd have to apologize. Oh, I'm so sorry I didn't write down your appointment. There's none of that with this, okay? Scheduling software for your company. Get this set up before you start doing any marketing, because it's going to cut all of that work out for you, all right? Now, in the first video, so listen, do a pointlet, or there are 24 more of very similar scheduling software companies that you can sign up for a free scheduling page with, okay? There's some of them that are free. There's some of them that charge you a little bit of money. Most of them you'll find out that to unlock a lot of the features and stuff that you need, you might need to sign up for a basic plan, but they're all very, very inexpensive, okay? So moving on, get that. Now, when I told you in the first video was to get an application or sign up for a service, I don't know, I think there is an application called Zapper, where you can just have it on your phone and mess with it. But it's a service. You can go to the website and use the service as well, okay? But what it is an automation tool, okay? I'm going to take you guys there now. Let's see here. Okay, now this is where we're going to start tying this together. What is Zapper? Zapper connects your apps and automates your workflows. The number one thing that you have to learn with your painting business is the more stuff that you can automate, the more stuff that is done automatically without you manually having to do it, it frees up more of your time so that you can spend on marketing and selling more projects. So automation is a good thing. Don't fight it. Don't fight it. Zapper, okay? This is probably one of my, for marketing and collecting data, this is probably one of my most favorite tools, okay? Zapper, excuse me, we can create, with this service here, we can create what's called a zap, all right? And what it's going to do is we can use Zapper to hook into whatever appointment software you decide to use. I suggest Appointlet because I know it works with Zapper, okay? But what it does is when somebody signs up for a quote on your page, on your scheduling page with whatever software service you decide to use, we hook in Zapper, and we integrate it into that. And you can read exactly how to do it when you go to zapper.com. It shows you exactly how to do these things. But they're called zaps, okay? So you'll use this tool and you'll integrate it into your scheduling software. Anytime somebody schedules an appointment with your scheduling software, Zapper is going to zap their information, their name, their address, their phone number, and very importantly, their email address. It's going to zap all of that information over automatically to the service that I'm telling you guys to sign up for in this video, okay? Which is a CRM, a customer relationship management software. Your hard drive, your customer file that's going to hold all of your customer information. It's going to hold every customer that you interact with from now until you stop doing this, okay? And my suggestion to you guys is this company right here, Mailchimp, okay? Think of Mailchimp as your hard drive location of where all your customers that you've ever interacted with are. So we have that scheduling software, okay? We have that Zapper software that grabs the information from your scheduling software and automatically transfers it over here to Mailchimp and locks it in, okay? Automation. You don't have to do it all by pen and paper and all that. It does it automatically. Okay? Once you set it up, it takes you, this whole process is probably going to take you an hour to set all this up. And everything that I've showed you today, I believe all of them have free accounts. And that you can make all this happen for free. I believe. Forgive me if one of them cost you $5 or something like that, but I believe all of it costs, But what's great about Mailchimp, not only is it going to carry all that customer data for you to look back on at any time that you want to, but also it's a complete customer relationship management software. When you sign up for a Mailchimp account, if you don't have a website already, you can build a website with it. That website will be hooked up to all of your customers automatically. Boom. You can market your business from Mailchimp. You can send out emails. Your list you had inside of Mailchimp, you're going to have the email address of every customer that you've ever interacted with that signed up for a quote or that you've collected their info. You can retarget them with different offers, different advertising. And they have little, what's the word I'm looking for? They have little email what's the word I'm looking for here? They have little pre-designed emails that you just click on. You insert the pictures that you want to insert. Drop in design. You insert the pictures that you want to insert. You insert the text that you want to insert, and you press send, and it sends it automatically to all your contacts, right? You can go in and exclude certain contacts. You can go in and label, make different labels for your contacts, and send it to only this group or that group. It's very, very powerful. Very, very powerful. So you can send emails with Mailchimp. You can create content with Mailchimp. You can automate your marketing. You get insights, so it'll tell you how many people opened your email, how many people did this, this type of stuff. It integrates with over 250 apps. Integration is kind of like what I'm telling you to use Zapper for, to automate, okay? Mailchimp integrates with Zapper. Trying to see what else you can do with Mailchimp. There's so much stuff that you can do with Mailchimp. Not only is it just a place to store your customer information, but there's so many other things. Like, look, digital ads, social media. Listen, Mailchimp will even manage and help you create whatever social media platform it is that you guys want to market on. Remember, I said pick one. With Mailchimp, you can even use Mailchimp to advertise on social media. It'll actually create ads for you. You load a couple pictures, you put in the text that you want to put in, and it'll actually create the post and create the ads for you, okay? And pump them out. This is a very, very powerful tool, okay? So, what was the first 2 videos of this series about? Well, let me switch back to the first scene, and we'll talk about it real quick. I don't feel that I explain this perfectly because sometimes I don't articulate well, okay? But I promise you I'll get better. This was just a really complicated tie together for me, but I'll get better at this as we go along. What were the first 2 videos in this series about? Okay. The first video, I kind of just gave you guys some homework. Look into these applications. This second video here, I'm telling you what these applications are going to do for you. Okay. We're creating a foundation. We don't want it to be uneven. We're creating a foundation where from here, you can grow your social media marketing, your content marketing. You can grow it and take off from here. And this foundation will collect everything that you do so it just doesn't drop through, right? It's going to collect all your customers' data, everything, and we're going to be able to secure all that. And there's so much that we can do with that later on. And we'll make different videos about what you can do with that data later in this series. But there's a lot that you can do. Retargeting. You can create audiences that look like your customers. So with a simple list of your customers, okay, let's say you got, and it doesn't have to be a large list. Let's say you have a list of 200 customers. Let's say you have a list of 100 customers, all right? You can go to most social platforms that you advertise on, and you can say, create a lookalike audience for me. And what they'll do is, they'll create an audience a large audience for you to market to that's very, very similar to the sample that you gave them, right? So age, sex, demographic, homeowner, not homeowner, okay? Those look-alike audiences are very, very powerful. They're very, very powerful because you can create content to push out to them. And they're just like the customers that are buying from you, right? That's powerful. That's powerful. So while I think these first two videos in this series were maybe not put together super well, maybe I didn't do a great job of explaining them to you, I hope that you got it. I hope that you understand what I push forward here. All right? Basically, get a scheduling software service. Use Zapper to automatically transfer everybody that schedules a quote with you over to your customer file, a long-term customer file where we're going to keep every customer that ever schedules a quote with you. And we're going to build a bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger list. And it's going to come in super handy later on down the road. Okay? If I would have done this from the very beginning in my content marketing, in my social media content marketing, if I would have done this in the very beginning, I would have a list of 5,000 to 10,000 people right now. I don't. And mine's not that big, but when you start getting big numbers of people like that, it's a lot easier for algorithms and these advertising platforms to create what we call super lookalike audiences, because you have so much data that it can really narrow in on who it is that you're selling to and create a profile and target just those type of people. Okay? So this is very, very important. This sets you up for success. This sets you up for success. Having this platform is going to be awesome. Okay? Now, moving forward, we can talk about Facebook posts and videos and how do you do this with that? What kind of pictures work? This type of stuff. That's what we're going to start going into now. Okay? Remember, if you have a website, I hope that you do. If you don't, it's okay. Relax. We can use a Facebook business page or your YouTube channel or whatever platform it is that you're wanting to advertise from. We can use that. But if you have a painting business, you should very, very, very soon start figuring out how to build a small website. All right? And one that you can edit yourself. Okay? A good choice is Weebly. It's a drop and drag website builder. Anybody can do it. A 12-year-old can do it. You can do it. But what's important is being able to put a get quote button on your website. Okay? Because it just helps the automation process so much more. We put a link to your website in every social media piece of content that you put out. We put a link to your website in it. We drive people to that website. They open that website. They see the get free quote. They click on it. Boom. They're signed up for a quote. And also, we just captured everything about that person. Okay? We just captured everything and we got them. And even if the initial quote don't work out, we can still keep targeting to them. Boom, boom, boom. Okay? a website is important. I didn't include that in this process, but I want you to know that it is important. It's not something that you need right this second, but you need to start pushing towards that and getting that. Okay? All right. So I'm going to wrap up this video. All right? Keep in mind, if you have questions, you need to talk to me. paintbizking@gmail.com. In the next video, we'll start talking about the different types of content that we can push out over social media. How to grab people's attention, okay, and pull them in to that content, to that post, to that video, okay, to where they read your ad copy, and we get them to click on that link. We get them to click. We get them to take the action that we want them to take, and we draw them to that get quote button. Okay? We're going to start sucking people in. I'm going to show you guys how to do that in the next video. Again, I'm sorry if these first two videos were sloppy. I feel like I did a bad job. Please let me know in the comment sections if I did. Maybe it was just a little bit too much for a couple videos. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe you guys have grasped this and I'm a little bit better in this. I apologize. But I think that whoever watches this, I think you guys will be able, if you slow it down and watch it, I think you'll be able to grasp this. We have the foundation. All right, now let's move forward. All right. We'll see you guys in the next video.